Steven's correct? Okay. All right, so let's work it out. What does it want me to solve for? B sub 2, is that right? All right. Right here. So what would I do first? Anybody? I don't want to divide by fraction. What do I do to get rid of a fraction? Multiply by what? The reciprocal. Very good. So 2 over 1 is just 2, right? So let's see. How did they get the h on the bottom? Because both of these have the same answer right here. So how did they get? We got the 2a, but how did they get the h on the bottom? You divide by h. Alright, is that the same for both of them? That's Jade. And yep, they're both the same right there. So they're both right so far. The next, oh, I don't know why I put that parentheses right there. The next step is where they one of them goes wrong, okay? So we're trying to solve for b sub 2. So what would I do to get b sub 2 by itself? Subtract the b sub 1, right? So when I subtract it, that's where the issue comes in. How do I write this when I subtract it? 2a, well, over h, then minus b1, right? So that would be Jade. Jade is correct. So what's wrong with Stevens? If you had me for Algebra 1, do you remember how we could divide that h into both of these? So this is 2a over h minus b1 over h. Is that what we have? Do we have b1 over h? No. So that's why Stephen is wrong, okay? That's why Stephen is wrong. Are y'all okay on this? Pretty easy? No? We're not okay? Okay. I know, we're not, it's not going to take long. Alright, here we go. So we're going to look at finding determinants, okay? So what do you notice is different about the way these look from everything else that we've been doing?
It's like absolute values.
It looks like absolute values, right? Okay, so you know how we have adding and subtracting and multiplying, dividing, like those kind of operations? Well, a determinant is like an operation for matrices. It's like I need to use determinants. I have to be able to use determinants for what we're about to do soon, okay? All right, so here we go. How do you read a book? Left to right. So you do these matrices the same. So you're going to multiply 6 times 7. And yes, it does matter the order that you go. You have to go left to right first because we are then going to subtract. And subtraction is not commutative. 3 minus 2 is not the same as 2 minus 3, okay? So then we can multiply the other ones, negative 2 times 5. So you cannot switch the 2 and 5 into 6 and 7. The 6 and 7 is got to come first. So that'll be 42 minus negative 10, which is 42 plus 10, right? And that's 52. So the determinant, so we just write DET equals 52. Are y'all okay? Pretty easy, right? This whole section is pretty easy. All right, number 2 is the same thing. You got to go from left to right. So which ones am I going to multiply first? There you go. Do you have to write that every time? No. You can go ahead and write 6 if you want to, okay? All right, then we're going to subtract, and we're going to do negative 3 times negative 4, which is 12. So the determinant is negative 6. Y'all okay? All right, I'll try number 3 real quick, okay? It's decimals, but you've got calculators. Use your calculator.
That's the way you have it. Just like when we multiply, but we distribute everything.
Alright, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. What'd y'all get? Alright, so you got, what's 8.6 times 5?
43.
And then you subtracted, let's see, 0.5 times 14 is 7. And so what's your determinant? 36, right? There you go. Yep, we're going to. Y'all okay? All right, so 4 and 5. 4 and 5 are going to be your homework tonight. So that's your homework. 4 and 5. Pretty easy homework, right? Should take like 2 seconds. All right, I'm going to show you how to do 6 and 7 real quick. And we got, how many minutes? We got 3? Is that right? We got 58? Okay. All right, so here's what you do. You notice how these are bigger, how these are 3 by 3 matrices? These are different. You can't do these the same way. The easy way to do it, there's 2 different ways to do it. There's 2 different ways, but I'm going to show you what I think is the easy way, okay? So you're going to rewrite this first row and this second row outside the front, okay? So it'll be 3, 0, negative 1. Sydney, I'm going to catch you up. Don't worry, okay? And then negative 2, 4, and 5. I'm going to rewrite those. Are y'all okay? All right, and then we're going to multiply everything together. So we're going to multiply at a diagonal. So which way do we go first? Left to right. So 3 times 4 times negative 3. So let's write that down so you can see it in your notes. Y'all okay? Yes, no, maybe? All right, so let me do this. Let me jump ahead a little bit. Maybe this will make sense. So we're going to go all the ones on the left, and then we're going to do all the ones on the right, okay? So we're going to take all the ones on the left, and we're going to subtract them from all the ones on the right. But before we do that, we have to add up all the ones on the left, and we have to add up all the ones on the right, okay? So then we're going to add, we got to add all the rest of them to the left. So negative 2 times 1 times 5. No, that's negative 1, I'm sorry. Negative 1. And then 2 times 0 times 5. Negative 2. Where? Hold on, let me get this thing done. No, just the ones with 3 in them. Yep, times 0 times 5. I messed up with this one right here. Yes, just wait. Hold on, just wait. All right, so what is this? This is 12 times negative 3, which is how much?
Negative 36.
Uh-huh. And this is, I thought we got here 58. Okay, I guess not. All right, we'll catch this up tomorrow, okay? Y'all have a great day. Sydney, hold on, I'll catch you up. 4 and 5 is your homework. We'll catch up on these in a minute.